all my anxious people, like it's the best thing you can do. I'm Jessica. I am originally from Johannesburg. We lived in Pretoria for a bit, but I don't know if that counts. And I live in Cape Town now. I moved because I love the ocean. I'm lying. I moved here. I moved here for uni, and yeah, I just never left. Like, I'm sorry, Joe doesn't make sense to me after Cape Town. So I was like, I'm in love with the city, and yeah, it's slower. The air is cleaner, the pace just works for my personality. My everyday schedule looks like I wake up in the morning, I say a big fat prayer because I need it, and I will either make a cup of coffee, I will do some writing if I've got enough time, I will do some shooting if I've got enough time before work, and then my normal 9 to 5 starts, and yeah, in between that, like, I am juggling a whole bunch of like personal creative stuff. My creative outlet, I would say primarily it's writing for sure, but I'm dabbling into like the video of it, the other stuffness, social media-ness of it, which has been fun. It's been fun. It's a lot harder than people think also. Like, what? I got into writing very young. Like, I've always just loved to like write, but I would say proper writing, I was like, oh, actually, I think I love this. It was in high school, and I had an amazing teacher, shout out Mrs. Becker, and she sort of trained me in many ways, but she did it through what material she gave me to read. So what I was reading, I was like, people can do this? Like, this is amazing, I want to do this. And from there, it just took different forms. It took thought pieces, creative writing. Agency piece started as a means of, I felt like I was creatively frustrated. I was creatively frustrated, and I needed an outlet because life is an interesting roller coaster. And it started as that, and I'd always been writing, but it had just been for me, like nobody see my stuff. Starting something is really, really important because I feel like the anxiety that people feel and the blockage that happens for every single human being when they're about to do something scary, the friction comes when you start. That's why starting is so important. You literally cause friction to that blockage. You hear it, but until you've done it, that's when you'll know, like, this is actually true. Like, you can hear it a lot and it's fine, but you learn on the job. Nobody like learns passively, and you learn on the job, and you make mistakes and you figure it out. You fail and it sucks, and you get back up, and you don't fail and you feel good, and the dopamine like hits and all of that. It's important because it breaks the blockage. So whatever it is that's terrifying people, or creates a little knot in your stomach, makes your heart race, but you know you want to do this thing really badly, starting is it. When I started Agency Piece, it was purely just to step out, like, in courage, and start writing, like have people see my stuff. And then it became like, this is not about me. It's supposed to be helping people, because the stuff that you need to filter through creatively that's going on in your brain and in your mind, people are going through stuff as well, right? So it became, take myself out of the occasion, and it's a small community of people who want to get better, a small community of people who are vulnerable, and I mean, it's very much in the beta phase of it all, but I've enjoyed it so far. Like, having a comment or somebody DM me like, that was so helpful, I'm gonna do that, or I feel like, oh, thank God, like I'm not alone in the scenario. That's the reward, really.
Is there a piece of literature that really resonates with you, that really speaks to you now as a young adult?
Oof, it's gonna have to be, and I want to not have the same answer for the rest of my life, but I just think the impact of the kite runner, like, has stayed with me. It has stayed with me, and just the messaging of hope, of struggle, of pain, of redemption, of, like, so many themes that reflect real living and real life. I feel the most like myself when I'm with the people I love. I'm so lucky to have people in my life that are really, they fulfill a lot of things as far as connection goes. I feel the most like myself when I'm dancing in the kitchen on a Saturday, like just having a good time by myself. Sometimes writing is uncomfortable, but I'm meeting myself there as well in that discomfort. A self-care task that I would highly, highly recommend is crying. I need people to cry, okay? Like, it's your body telling you I'm not okay and saying let's release this in this way. There's a tear duct like built in. You have a built-in tear duct. Also for people to understand that it's not weakness, it's strength. It's strength. That type of vulnerability with yourself is strength, and it helps you. So cry. How do I find balance in my life? I find balance in trying to not find balance. The releasing, the letting go, I think provides me with balance, because in reality, I can't control everything I want to control. The cycle of life is tumultuous, and it's interesting, it's full, and it's fulfilling, but it's also very dramatic, and there's just stuff I can't really control. Fear has absolutely stopped me from exploring and trying something new. For me, it's a secret nudge that that's the thing you need to do. I've learned, like, that thing you're scared of, peps, that's the one. And I mean, it's happened throughout my life in many different scenarios: changing courses, moving cities, changing jobs, starting agency piece. It's okay for a little fear to be there sometimes, just a little manageable amount, just to give you a nudge. My advice to creatives who are wanting to start, or young Black female creatives who are wanting to start, and I mean, this is for anything. It's okay to be seen. It's really okay to be seen with what you think are flaws or things that, cringe you out or whatever. The idea of perfection is like an actual myth. It doesn't exist anywhere, ever. Like, it's not a thing. And wanting or striving for perfection can be a limit. It can literally hinder you. So it's okay to be seen, and perfection is not real. So go for it. I have a blog that's up. It's thought pieces, just opinion-based thought pieces, research-based thought pieces, and follow Agency Piece on all the social media networks. Thank you.
Period. And cut.
Don't touch it.